Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. So, over the last couple weeks, we've gotten some comments. Basically, a lot of people are confused with the tariffs and some of the things that we've been talking about, I guess, with tariffs affecting everything, including grocery prices. I won't go into some of the nasty comments, but some people may seem a little confused. So I wanted to go over something that I just typed in Google, and this is something that everybody can do at home. Chances are, if you're watching us on YouTube here, you have a device that you can Google this yourself, so you can follow along if you wish. I just Googled, okay, we're going to get right into it. I just went into the little Google bar, right, Google bar, and I typed in, are tariffs the reason for grocery price increases? Now, as to where I already know the answer to this, we're going to go over it anyway so that we can just follow along and we'll figure this out together. And then we'll talk about what I've talked about for the last few months, probably a few months ago, back when we saw a lot of these prices going up at Walmart. And then we're saying that this is going to cause all of these all the prices are going to go up in all supermarkets here a little later after they started going up at Walmart. So let's just dive into it here. Okay, so I Googled, are tariffs the reason for grocery price increases? You may be surprised here. You might be. If you've been following on the channel for a long time, probably not, but you might be. Okay, so it goes on to say in the overview here, yes, tariffs are contributing to increased grocery prices. Tariffs, which are taxes on imported goods, can lead to higher prices for consumers as businesses may pass on the cost of these taxes to the buyers. Specifically, tariffs on goods like fresh produce, seafood, and other imported items can lead to notable increases in grocery bills. And then it goes on to say, here's why. Tariffs increase cost for businesses. When tariffs are imposed on imported goods, the businesses importing those goods have to pay extra taxes. Now, the next line of this, businesses often pass on costs, as it has been that way since the test of time, since the beginning of time. To offset the increased costs, businesses may raise prices on the goods they sell, including groceries. Specific examples, as it says here, tariffs on items like fresh produce from countries like Mexico and Costa Rica, or on seafood from Asia, can lead to price increases in those categories. This is where we've been talking about what is going to happen. And believe me, I wish I was wrong. I do. I always root for myself to be wrong in these kind of situations. But unfortunately, history, math, science, all lead up to the same thing. I always do the math. If you do the math, if you work out the numbers, you see where the money's coming from. Always follow the money. If you follow the money, then all of your answers will always be laid out on a platter. Okay? But this is what we've been talking about the last few months. Ripple effect. I've always called it domino effect, or a couple other things I've called it, but they call it ripple effect, which is the same thing. Tariffs can have a cascading effect impacting not just the targeted goods, but also other products that rely on those goods as inputs. For example, tariffs on steel and aluminum can affect the cost of packaging and other materials used in the production of various food items. A lot of food items take steel drums. A lot of businesses take, you name it, guys, you name it. There is some kind of steel or aluminum product that keeps the manufacturers that keep the factories running, right? That, and that cost of future cost may be put on right now. They could say, well, we're going to need a new generator, right? For the production and all this, they could say, well, we need a new generator. They may go ahead and buy it before the prices actually go up on it to save money for that. Well, that price is going to be broken down into however they see fit, and that's going to be passed on to you and me. So that was the real important one I wanted to discuss. But impact on various sectors. Tariffs can affect not only food, but also other products, including clothing, appliances, and even cars, which it already has. As retailers adjust their pricing to compensate for the increased cost of imported goods, according to the NPR. While other factors are also influence grocery prices, like supply chain issues and inflation, tariffs are a significant factor contributing to the recent price increases, according to multiple sources. So there we have it, guys. I could just end the video right there. And I know a lot of you guys don't see this stuff, but I see all the new fresh comments coming in every day. We got older videos, people telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, and you know what? You might be right. Who knows? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just unfortunate that I keep slipping into the wrongness of being right, I guess. And believe me, I don't want to be right in this. I go by the math. I go by the things that have always had a final answer. Okay? And, but again, I'm not doing this out of, I understand some people may just be confused. But yes, of course, this is going to have an effect, a ripple effect, if that makes more sense, on everything. And we've been seeing it on everything. And back to what we were talking about before, Walmart was the first place that I saw start raising these prices. And if you notice, that's usually how it happens. Over the last few years that I've been doing this and going over all of this stuff here online is because, well, we've been seeing that Walmart is usually the first one to raise prices. Sure enough, it was that way again. I was even telling people, if you were on the channel a few months ago, I was like, get stuff now. Get stuff now because your supermarkets are going to start going up in price here in about a month or two. Or whatever I said, just whenever. It's not going to be, I think I just said, it's not going to be long before these start going up in your major supermarkets all around the country and around the world. Because this is going to affect everywhere inside the U.S. and beyond, as it has and is doing now. We have viewers from all around the world on this channel, and people are commenting saying all these things that we're seeing here in America are affecting them as well. Now, just recently we've been seeing these things go up at places like Meijer and Kroger. We just saw where Campbell's Soup, the little 10.75 ounce cans, or 10.5 ounce, depending on which ones you get, the ones that were $1.89 at Kroger just went up to $1.99. The ones, the cheapest ones of the Campbell's, like the chicken noodle soup, tomato, cream of chicken, and cream of mushroom. For some reason, those four are the ones that always seem to be the cheapest. Maybe because it's the cheapest to make. But they went up to $1.50 a can, and I'm expecting they're going to go up higher at some other places too. But I just wanted to put this out here, guys, because I know most of you guys who follow our daily vlog here, we put videos out every day. Thank you all for tuning in each and every day and supporting the channel here. But we've had a lot of people just coming into the channel, leaving a lot of comments, people saying, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? I put the information out there. I'm not someone that, I always tell you what I'm reading from. I always show, whenever we're doing store videos, I don't expect you to have to believe me. I'm in the store using the Dano finger here, pointing at all of the different price increases and things, and you can do your research. You can go back. What was the cost of Campbell's Soup 1 month ago at Kroger? You can look that up for yourself. You obviously have the internet, or you wouldn't be able to watch me here. And again, I'm not saying this to be mean or anything, but it is kind of frustrating. Before you want to say that I don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know this or that, do a little bit of research first. Now, I understand some of you are new. Some of you guys have been around for a long time, though, and it's like, I'm not, some of it I don't really know whether you're just being hateful, or you may just not know. But now you know, at least on this subject, And I'm not going to dive any further into this, but I wanted to make sure that for everyone who's been leaving these comments, that you now have, I guess, the Google proof, and Google could be wrong too. Maybe everybody's wrong. Maybe everybody's wrong in life. But you know what? We keep striving to be the best we can be, and we just go from there, right? But I just wanted to get that out there. I needed to get that off my chest because this is something we have been talking a lot about, and I do know that a couple viewers, may not have understood what I was talking about, but and I've kind of crossed over into the store videos here because, more and more people keep saying, well, you don't run the stores, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, guys, I'll let you know something. I got over 60,900 subscribers on this channel that do believe me, and they believe me because I show proof. Seeing is believing. Now, some things you may believe that you don't see, and that's fine. I have things that I can't see that I believe in. That's 100% fine. That is your right. But you know what? I'm going to continue to do what I do, and, if I'm sorry if some people don't like it, that's okay. What we're doing on the channel here is not only helping us, but it's helping thousands and thousands and thousands of other people as well to try and help save you money in any way necessary. Whether that's at the grocery store or whether that's, shopping for. We focus mostly on food here on this channel, mostly because that is what has been skyrocketing in price. Now, tomorrow I got a very interesting video, which is pretty fun. I'm not going to spoil any of it. But it does have to do with some really good deals. Some really good deals. I will say that. And it is a store that probably 99.9% of people watch or shop at. So this one is all over the country. Some of it all around the world. So you guys will be excited to see this one. But yeah, guys, I mean, and I'm not talking to our longtime viewers who know how it works on the channel. I'm talking to some of our new viewers here. Thank you for joining the channel regardless. And some of you, and please, for goodness sakes, leave the cussing. I don't care what you say to me, okay? Just no cussing, all right? This is a family chat. Families watch our videos here. If you cuss, some of the light cussing is okay. I just skim over it sometimes, but the F-bombs, the SH words and stuff like, come on, But I have very few rules that I pertain to on this channel as far as language goes. I don't really care what you say about me, as long as it's, I kind of just laugh and scroll on. Because really, by you just leaving a comment, you're helping the channel. Because the more comments and likes and interactions continues to help us grow. So thank you. But if you say anything about Jess or my mom or anybody else on this channel, if you start arguments with people on the channel, look, it is not worth arguing over. And I know these are trying times, and sometimes life sucks, but take it out on someone else. Don't take it out on people who are trying to come to the channel to whether to be entertained, because that is most. If I had to nail it down, we're deal shoppers, but we try to entertain. We entertain and we try to find the best deals within the stores that I shop at. I found something that I enjoy doing in the online world here, and I try to display that in the best way possible. And I will say again, if you're going to say that I'm wrong or misunderstood of different things, I am pointing these things out to you. My opinion, I will agree on that. My opinion is my opinion. And I will say, guys, this is my opinion. This kind of chocolate milk is terrible. Just an example. Or this bag of chips is terrible. That's my opinion. I will have my opinion on my channel. And that's just the way it's going to be. And whether you take that to heart or not, you can do whatever you want. Just don't cuss. Don't make fun of Jess. Don't make fun of my mom. Don't make fun of anybody on this channel. Or you will be removed from the channel. I got people emailing me wondering why I removed you from the channel. Well, if you're going to say F this and F that and F you, then yes, you're gone. You're gone. And I've said this 100 times on this channel here. Not 100 times. Actually, only a few. Let me clarify that. This is not an airport. No need to announce your departure. You know, you don't have to watch. I hate grocery prices going up. I do. I would rather be traveling and doing videos all over the country and around the world, right? Me and Jess would both rather be doing that. But no, we're doing this. This is what we do. I show you what the prices are. We're looking at the prices together. I'm not just coming up with this stuff in my head. Somebody literally said the other day that I was switching stickers in the store. I don't even, I don't even know how to respond to that. But, and I honestly, I did this. I wanted to go over this, which I feel like this was a big waste. Everybody knows, if you, at least for everyone that's been watching on the channel, but for those who may have a little bit of confusion, that this may only affect metal at this point, or wood, or whatever tariffs have been initiated, then I'm sorry, but now it is being shown that that is wrong, and stores don't need any reason to raise their prices. They could give any reason they want. And if it's not the reason that you like or want to hear, which, I mean, it usually is the reason that we don't want to hear. But I would rather them tell us the truth or have something viable than lie. Because I hate liars. I don't hate nobody. I don't like liars. Okay? I don't like when people lie to me. I'm sure you don't like when people lie to you. But anyway, just wanted to address that in case some of our longtime viewers run. And some of these videos, guys, I mean, they're like from a year or two ago. I mean, look at the date on the, people were saying, well, this was this last year. Why are you talking about this? This is a daily vlog. I do this stuff every day. Okay, and I'm not trying to sound snarky about it, but it's frustrating when so many different people are coming from all different directions. I feel like some of you are the same person with just different accounts. And that's okay, too. That's okay. Normally it doesn't bother me, but what did bother me was when some of our longtime viewers had seen some of these comments and they're interacting with them, and it's like, look, I don't want people to, think that that's why I went over the tariffs thing, so that everybody could hear what at least Google had to say. There's been plenty of news articles on this. One of them I read from USA Today. I figured we just read from the standard Google one, because this is one that you could just type into your phone and, type in, are tariffs affecting grocery prices? Like, I mean, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. I mean to go on and on here, but, I had hinted a little bit on this in the earlier vlog today when I was out walking. There was a couple comments. You're always going to deal with, the more people you get on your channel, you're going to always deal with some negative things. But it's like, I just kind of wanted to explain why and how this particular thing was happening. And when I go to the stores, when we're looking at the different prices, do you notice how I said that? We are looking at the different prices. I'm not sitting here looking at a Superman action figure and saying, that's $40. No, we're looking at the price together. $7.94 or $8, whatever it is. You can see it. And if you can't see it, well, there's devices that can read that for you online. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the coffee rant. True rant, and I feel better getting that off my chest. And, a couple viewers have left some pretty nasty comments, and I was very, very happy to send you on your flight out of the adventure with Dano Land. And, I'm sorry, but that's just, you cuss like that, and you start acting, you talk about my wife or my mom or stuff like that, and you get nasty, you're gone. You're gone. So, hopefully you've seen this video. And maybe next time when you create a different account, maybe you will word things differently, right? Or be nice, right? Can we be nice? There was literally someone thinking that I got paid for that Superman review I did the other day. I've never done, back when I first started the channel, I might have done a movie review. somebody thinking I got paid from Warner Brothers because I was talking happy about something. Am I so negative on this channel that when I talk about something positive that it comes off that way? Oh, he must be getting paid for it. He must be getting paid. He's got something nice to talk about. Guys, we need to start being more nice in this world. I think that's why I really enjoyed the new Superman movie. Because it is a nice family movie. It's nice. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's not the neck-snapping Superman we had with Man of Steel. Don't get me wrong, I love Man of Steel, but that was really dark. It was really dark. And I think at that point in time, people were just happy to have, a Superman movie. Anyway, not going to drift on that. But, guys, thank you for listening. I really wanted to get this off my chest. And just remember that when you see something go up, when they start talking about something, new taxes and stuff like that are going to be placed on other people, well, that's going to be placed on us. And we have to be prepared, we got to be smart, and we got to keep stocking up on the things that we need in the future within the means of our budget. When we find these deals, we need to stock up on them because I don't see prices coming down at any point. My level of optimism for price decreases has really fallen. And I'll tell you, we've had a couple people that even come out and said, well, these prices are dropping. Well, some places like Aldi and stuff. Also, if you are going to come out and say, well, these prices are dropping, I don't know what you're talking about. Could you please abbreviate your state and what store you're talking about? Because the only store that I've really seen that has had significant price drops, and really just a bunch of them, is Aldi. And most of it is 5 or 10 cent price drops, which Aldi is already good prices. Okay, already great prices. So even 5 or 10 cents off an item, hey, that's fine. And some of them are a little better, but most of them are 5 or 10 cents off. But I haven't seen any price decreases in anything. Even a lot of the ones that we've seen at Kroger, maybe the prices were going to go up at Kroger and then they slashed them. Some of them are true, some of them. But a lot of them I saw at Kroger, it's like I felt like, okay, maybe they were going to go up in price, but you have it for the same regular price as what it was before. You just have a higher number with a slash above that, kind of making me think that, was this, I don't know. I'm not going to dive all into that. Those prices could have been going up and Kroger somehow worked a deal to keep them down. I don't really know. But either way, prices aren't coming down, at least on most things. And that's why I preach the message, why we talk about this. When you see the sales, the whole reason of what I do is to point out the different sales and how to do the sales, because I know there's a lot of confusion. We get new viewers every day that are confused with digital coupons, how to do the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal, those kind of things, which I try to explain as we go throughout the different stores, and I point out all the different prices, right? I show. So you don't have to take my word for it. You can see it for yourself. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my rant. This has been a wild rant. I really didn't expect to take it this far, but a lot of things have calmed down. Maybe I should turn this into a water rant. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.